Let's do it. What's good? What's good, man? Y'all come on in. Come on in for this preview show, man. Round 2 against the Bucks.
Round 2.
Man,
and what a round is it may be.
Yeah, we playing spoiler now, so hey, you know the hell with it.
Come on, man. I love to spoil things for the Bucks, man. I would love to spoil it for
them. Yeah. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, man.
Much trash at Baker Mayfield talk. And then they coming off a loss to the Stinks.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Baker already been talking about in that that post game. Yeah, man, we need to get it right. We need to start by Thursday and make it a ship right Thursday. I'm like, here he go. I was like,
short week's always tough though, man. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter who you are, it's always tough.
Yeah, that Falcons Bucks rivalry, man, is tight. All-time series, essentially even, 32-32. So
yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. So the question I have for today,
okay, question of the day. Hey, Smitty, give you Asante Samuel on question of the day.
Yeah, question of the day. It is simple. Can the Falcons play spoiler at this point for anybody? We got 4 games left, so can the Falcons play spoiler? That's what I want to know. Everybody in the chat, y'all can follow along because it's gonna be an interesting answer to some of these. If y'all answer it, trust me, it's gonna be funny because I think they can play spoiler because they ain't got nothing else to play for. Then they'll put the second and third string practice squad guys out there and see what they got. It ain't nothing wrong with that. What you got? Can the Falcons play spoiler?
Man, I mean, the Falcons can. I mean, it's a divisional matchup. Divisional matchups are always going to be kind of like a flip of a coin, like what team shows up, what's the attitude, what's the message. Why not play spoiler against the Bucks? I mean, first of all, you think about it, the motivation should be there enough. It's your division rival, but also you lost your opener at home. You should want your revenge, be able to smack these guys down there. Go down there and sneak off a win. Last time we beat the Bucks was last year, 2024, on National Tight End Day versus the Bucks. So was able to sweep them last year. They got one lick back. We can't allow them to sweep us, at least. I think, go out there, show some pride, despite even like the season series and despite even though the season is over. It adds, emotional urgency to it. So I still think we should go out there and, put our best foot forward and still try to play spoiler at least.
Hey, they still getting paid, so they got to go out and play.
Sure.
But can they play spoiler? I absolutely, and it's 2 teams right now. And that's the Rams and the Bucks on Thursday. Can they play spoiler against the Bucks? Absolutely, because we know rivalry games are tough, man. And when you talk about this series in effect, and we just talked about it before we jumped on air, it's tied up right now. So you got to put your foot down and get back in the front because at one point the Falcons were beating the Bucks every season, especially before we left the NFC West. But can they play spoiler against the Bucks? They absolutely could. Against the Rams, that's a different story. Because the Rams, they have something to play for. They're actually the number 1 seed in the NFC. So they're gonna come out guns blazing in Atlanta on Monday night. So tell you like this. Bucks you can, Rams not so much. What do the Rams do best? Move the ball down the field, no huddle, all that good stuff. Play action, they good at that kind of stuff. So, what have we struggled with lately? All of what I just said. So, the Rams going to come out quick, hit you in the mouth, and get it over with. Cardinals, trap game, but we ain't got nothing to play for, so it's not a trap game anymore. But we only won 1 time since 1980 in Arizona. So,
and the likelihood of this being number 2 is slim. It's not impossible.
It's definitely slim to none. And Jacoby Brissett has been playing pretty well. And that Cardinals team is going to fight. So that could be another loss in the Saints. to finish the season off. Division game and the way they beat the Bucks last week, that's not a given, even though we at home. So can they play spoiler? Yes. Will they play spoiler? Is yet to be seen. But y'all know what time it is, man. Let's get to going with we had a question right quick, man. How y'all feel about bringing in Diego Pavia? That's the Vanderbilt quarterback. And Stetson Bennett, that's the Rams third string quarterback. We talked about Stetson a little bit earlier. I don't have no problem bringing him in as a backup or third string. But Diego Pavia, I think he probably will be a mid-round pick, probably day 3 pick. Who knows? But he could go undrafted. You bring him in undrafted, I have no problem with it. See what he can do. 7th round, I have no problem with that either. But I keep telling y'all, it all depends on what happens with Raheem Morris. Is that right? Yeah. That's how we'll know exactly what type quarterback, what type team we're gonna have. Until we figure that part out, that's about the best answer I can give y'all, man. And I'm just being honest with y'all. What you got?
I mean, I'm similar. I was saying it earlier, man. We got to really wait on what this regime or the new regime, really, man, Black Monday. When Black Monday gets here, now we can start changing, some different conversations because we'll see who's staying here is going. My thing is, even when Black Monday hits, we still got to remember, like, Black Monday is really a week-long thing. At any given time during that week, someone can be fired. And they're moving on because some people are already like, okay, yeah, we're going to fire this guy. Some people some organizations want to go through the whole evaluation process and say, okay, why are we here right now? And what have they done? And etc. So Black Monday could be a week-long process. Hopefully, maybe not for us, but I'm just, putting that perspective out there for you guys. Ultimately, going back to it, as far as like with the quarterback situation, I mean, Stetson, I mean, what's the worst you could do? I guess he's already in the league. He did look pretty decent, for the Rams, if you can snatch him up. As far as like drafting a quarterback, I'm not really on that train for drafting a quarterback. Honestly, I'm looking at skill players. I'm still looking at Bernard from Alabama. If he's in he may be a first rounder, to be honest, but if he slides to the second round, I'm not going to lie to you. That's what I'm spending my second round pick on. And I'm gonna go from there, because I know we need some offense. Who knows about Darnell Mooney? And I know his contract I think has 1 year left on the deal, but who knows what's going to happen with him? Also, Casey Washington been Mr. Healthy Scratch, and he's been special teams anyway. You got guys like Nick Nash, Chris Blair, guys not being called up, but developmental for Nick Nash and Chris Blair. I just don't know what to say about him. Dylan Drummond and David Stills is not the long-term situation. Those are good guys to have on the team, for depth purposes, but those are not your showstoppers. Those are not your Drake Londons. So that's the other thing. That's, again, I'm not on the quarterback train. I'm more so on the wide receiver train. I'll even try out Zachariah Branch as well, but I'm more so for Bernard for sure for the Falcons. Somebody that used to play with Michael Penix, if they still stay in that direction too.
Yeah, Jerm Bernard, that'll let you know if they're going to stay in that direction, honestly. If they take Bernard, if he's available, Penix more than likely going to stay because that pick will be for him to have another weapon. Kobe Bryant over Mike Hughes at this point, what do it matter? I say give him reps because, like I said, I don't even know who's going to be here next year. The practice squad could even look different. So I said, man, just, let anybody play.
And I ain't saying
get some experience.
Right. And I'm not saying bench Hughes like completely.
No.
Just limiting some snaps.
Just rotate him. Yeah, rotate him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Miss Carey said she got an undefeated record at the stadium, and she's not gonna lie, she's nervous. And she said she's just gonna try to enjoy the Thursday night game with 2 amazing throwback uniforms. That's the best attitude to have. No expectations. And strapped up before we start. Fernando Mendoza probably gonna be the number 1 pick. I'm gonna just tell you.
There's no way that man slides to the second round, or at least to the back of the first round either.
So what we gonna start with? Falcons offense against the Bucks defense.
Okay.
What you got?
Oh shoot, man! You already know. Run game plus play action. You know, Kirk Cousins. Whatever little juice that he has left in the arm, this is going to be a good game to try to go against that. You know, run the ball, protect the ball, build early momentum. You know, they like to control the tempo. Falcons, if they can control the tempo, it'd be important, I believe, versus the Bucks. Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier give them really again for the rest of the season. The rest team should be able to get plenty of doses of Tyler and Bijan for the rest of the season. That's going to be your strength. Who knows about Drake London? I don't expect Drake London to come back this game if he even comes back the rest of the season. To be honest, so with that being said, the run game establishing that early. The Bucks, they're going to eventually try to stack the box, and then that's when maybe you can go over the top. Kyle Pitts out there, maybe splitting out Bijan out wide. And I mean, David Steele has been serviceable. We've seen a little Dylan Drummond, but regardless, this offense is not at full strength. So you're going to have to try to capitalize on any mistakes that the Bucks defense possibly may make. Again, protect the ball, protect the ball, protect the ball. Mix in some tempo and possibly some misdirections because you got to keep that Bucks off defensive line kind of, you know what I'm saying, going shifting different ways and kind of confusing them. Then you got to exploit the mismatches. Kyle Pitts is the mismatch. Exploit it. Bijan Robinson, the mismatch. Exploit it. So, and definitely you got to control possession. Can we really win time of possession this game? I really believe if we can, we really could win the game finally. You know what I'm saying? I really can. You know, the Bucks, they're going to try to do everything they possibly can to stop us on the defensive end. We got to just mix it up to me. What you think, Smitty?
Yeah, I agree 100%. You know, with the offense, man, the way we looked last week, just pathetic. Like you said, you guys got to get back to your bread and butter, running the football the last week. Even though Bijan had 86 yards, it still didn't feel like it because they couldn't put no points on the board. So what you're going to come out offense this game, and the crazy thing about it, Tyler Shook ran for 2 touchdowns against the Bucks last week, the rookie quarterback. So what you need to do is probably use a little bit more halfback draw in this game, and they rarely do that. They do run shotgun, so it works. So run more draw plays, run more plays up the middle and attack the middle of the defense. And if a rookie quarterback runs for 2 touchdowns, imagine what Bijan and Tyler can do as running backs. So, yeah, bread and butter, stick to it. Like you said, Drake London, I feel like he should just sit out the rest of the season. Nothing to play for. Even though, like I said, with the incentives of his contract, that would be a reason to come back. But, you know, heal up, get ready, stay training and, keep your head on straight. Because no matter what happens, next year not promised to nobody. And like I've been saying, we can talk about that another time. But when you talk about the receiving core, David Seals drops, Dylan Drummond drop. You just got to work on that, and that goes with coaching. So prepare for this game. They should have been with the drill jug where you catch the football. Y'all should have been on that heavy all week. So, and the bad thing about those drop passes with those two guys is Kirk Cousins worked with those guys on the scout team a lot, so they know how to read the ball out of his hands. And by them being able to do that, this is why I don't understand why it kept happening. But if you run the ball and open up with the play action, I feel like Kirk can make some plays in this game. And the last couple of times he's played in Tampa, he's played very well. So I think Kirk is going to be big this game. Stick to your bread and butter, but if they can pass the ball, like you said, I think that's a key to winning this football game. So I think this offense just had to get it rolling and stay rolling because even though the Bucs defense got beat up by the Saints last week, it's another game, another week, and they may prepare for you totally different. I think they were overlooking the Saints last week, to be honest. That's why they got took by surprise. So they're still fighting for not a playoff spot. For a playoff spot because the Panthers in first. But yeah, get the pass game going.
It's gonna be interesting. You think about it too. Remember, this was a game that the Falcons wasn't necessarily prepared for. according to certain players, because they seen the Bucs showed them things that they weren't ready for. So hopefully, this go around, the Falcons as a team will be completely ready. I'm nervous about special teams. I'm not gonna lie to you, Smitty. I know we talk about offense versus defense all the time, and we really don't never talk about special teams versus special teams. And honestly, I'm nervous about this game too. I mean, we just gave up that 100-yard run to Rashid Shaheed. Now, the Bucs, they do have a couple of speedsters back there, but at the end of the day, I just want guys to be able to really maintain gaps, not let guys be able to shoot those gaps and take off, man. That was just a momentum killer, absolute momentum killer, and it started the floodgates. It opened the floodgates, and once one thing happened, the next thing after the next thing after the next thing just happened repeatedly, and it just hammered us into the ground, man, versus the Seahawks. So you got to limit those mistakes, and you also got to really play a perfect game darn near.
And another thing, man, just move the football. If you move the football and keep the defense off the field, that helps out a whole lot, man. Because at this point in the season, with the beating that they've taken the last month or two, defense players got to be tired at this point. So injuries can happen, fatigue can happen faster. So by the fourth quarter, you could be wiped out on defense, just from being, in the sun. It's still hot down there. So, fatigue can kick in at certain points. So try to control the ball to control the clock. And like we said, you do that by running the football. So it's key. And like you said, with special teams as well. Special team has been pathetic too the last 2 months. So field position is going to be important this game. So if you can win the field position battle, that's another key to victory. So that's just something to think about, y'all. Just something to think about. Huey, what's good, my guy?
Sure.
Yeah, we sorry, but yeah, it's always rise up. It ain't gonna never change, man. It ain't gonna never change.
Yes, sir. Always and forever, just like the song say.
Facts.
Hey, Smith, before we move on,
okay, go ahead.
I just want to throw this out here for both. This is for both teams. Starting with the Bucs, did not participate. Cade Otton, and I believe he went straight to IR earlier today as well. Also, Tyreek Smith, their safety, did not participate. Linebacker Cervantes Dennis, his hip, he did not participate. Limited participation. Mike Evans, with the collarbone.
He's easing back. He's easing back.
Yep, 21-day window to return. Do not expect him to play this game, but
no,
he's just out there. Limited practice as well. Chris Godwin. Jalen McMillan, 21-day window return. Remember, he landed on his neck.
Play.
Yeah, he's not going to play either. But again,
he's not playing the rest of the year. That was
nasty.
That was an awful injury, man.
Yeah, that was
Go
nasty.
Ahead.
He landed right on it. Tristan Wirfs, oblique. He was limited participation today. Full participation, Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irvin, Benjamin Morrison, cornerback, and also safety, Rashid Wisdom. So with his quad, all those guys have been our full participation. Like I said, notable moves. Guard Ben Bredesen, his knee, he was placed on injured reserve as well.
Wow.
Linebacker Hassan Reddick, ankle, did not practice on Monday. His status for the game is questionable. Now, the good guys, our guys, the Atlanta Falcons,
Before you go with the Falcons, one thing I want y'all to look out for Tampa is Cade Otton. From what I've been reading and what I've been hearing, he may be on a new team in 2026. And that is definitely somebody that I would, love to bring in, especially if we move on from Kyle Pitts.
Yes, sir. Because he's man, you think about it, and I want just to add to that real quick. Okay. Cade Otton is a great blocking tight end. And if you mess around and get Cade Otton and have Charlie Warner, that run game would be something else. But, moving to the Atlanta Falcons, full participation was Caden Ellis with that elbow. He was in a lot of pain when he first went off, but luckily it was just a stinger. So full participation for him. Limited participation, guys, were David Amenyata with a foot, Chris Lindstrom, foot, Brandon Dorless,
groin. What's
up
with all these foots?
Man, I'm telling you, Brandon Dorless with the groin. We've been having things like that too. AJ
Right.
Terrell with his neck. Remember, he hurt himself a few weeks ago with that neck. So
Right. Came down the wrong way. Right.
now remember he made that tackle, and he went and then he got knocked out the game. What it was like against the Patriots or the Colts or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He came down the wrong way. Came down
Mm-hmm.
the wrong way. And then remember in I think it was the Colts game in Berlin. He came down wrong in the end zone in that game as well. And
Yeah, I think
I didn't even think he would get up, but yeah, I think he suffered a slight concussion that game.
Yeah. Then you got Jalen Walker with the quad. I mean, I seen him on the sideline riding the bike. And I don't know who I said that to. I was like, Jalen Walker, he riding the bike. Hopefully nothing serious.
Right.
But yeah, he limited participation with the quad. Kadero Hodge with the shoulder. Kyle Pitts knee and did not participate. I've already said his name once. Drake London with the knee. So
I don't trust that Kadero Hodge injury thing because he was a healthy scratch the last 2 weeks.
I know.
And bad as a special team playing, he should not be sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
Yeah, I mean, he was a Pro Bowler as a special teamer, so it's just like, how can you have a guy that makes the Pro Bowl,
as a special teamer?
Yeah, just as a special teamer, just on there, So it's crazy. Let's get it. What's up with you, man?
He said, "My bro, let's get this dub. My bad. Ain't gonna happen. When it rains, it pours on the 2026. Hey man, sometimes it just be like that, my guy. Yeah. The Falcons play Thursday night.
MD, what's up, MD20, man?
He's straight on that.
Nah, I was straight on that.
I mean, I get it. It's a weekday. You got to go to work this day. Yeah. And DNA bullshit at the same time.
Yeah, man, I get it.
Yeah, so let's switch on over right quick to the Falcons defense against the Bucs offense. And this going to be tricky. But what you got?
Well, I mean, Falcons got to disrupt the Bucs rhythm. Pass rush. They got to have that pass rush. They got to have the coverage discipline.
Come on.
Shoot, you think about it. Yeah, I know. That's why you see I just had that pause and I'm just like,
Come on.
But I mean, it's true though. They still got to go out there and be disciplined as much as they can. They got to force Tampa into some mistakes. Baker, he doesn't make a whole lot, but he's not perfect. He will, to turn the ball over as well. So you can't necessarily give up on it. For me, what I'm thinking about for this particular game, you gotta stop the run. Bucky Irvin is back. That is, and honestly, he's been back with a vengeance. They've been giving him a heavy workload. So honestly, Bucky Irvin is a guy that you're going to have to look out for. You're going to have to watch out for. You got to stop him. You got to set those edges. You got to win the line. Our defensive line has got to be able to get a good push constantly against that offensive line to still be able to help generate that pressure, help force third and longs, and contain those explosive plays with the guys that they are going to have out there. Again, Bucky Irvin, they're going to use him in all different types of ways, especially if they don't have Cade, especially not having Cade Otton out there being another option. So you're going to have, a lot of different guys out there, but that running back.
Honestly, I don't think Cade Otton has been, a president he's been the last 2-3 years. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's, well, as I've been reading, he could be a trade target or a cut candidate, coming up to the new league year. It surprised me. But if you look at his production, it's falling off. So I get it. So, but this could be a game that, he could break out. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Screwball, they don't want me to play quarterback. Trust me, you don't. They don't want me. Hey, these old ass knees. I can probably get the ball out, but look, I'm 5'3.5". I probably can't even see old Tristan Wirfs. So,
come on,
they don't want me to play quarterback.
Hey man, I understand it, but you think about it too, man. With the Falcons defense, man, Baker Mayfield, he's gonna try to run on us again like he normally does, and we gotta figure out a way to contain that. I think if we can contain that and force Baker to, throw the ball a little bit, he's gonna be all shot up in the arm because he's still dealing with that injury. But I mean, you're gonna have to lay hands on him, so let those young pass rushers. Again, this is an evaluation process. I say let
Facts.
the young guys go and try to tee off on Baker as much as they possibly can. Why not? What we have nothing to lose. What are we saving anything for? So JPJ, go after Baker, Walker, Dorless, everybody, whoever's available, go after this guy. Go ahead and get your sacks, but more so, get your reps and get yourself
Right.
prepared for 2026. Finish strong. That's what I'm looking at for my young guys, even in the secondary. When I look at guys like Xavier Watts, hey man, go out there and ball the best way you possibly can. I mean, you're going to still make mistakes here and there. I get it, but still go out there and try to execute the best possible way you can in your rookie season and finish it off so you can come back more experienced, more stronger for the next season. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah. And only thing I got to add to that is, like someone said in the comments earlier, I would love to see what these defensive backs got going forward. These last 4 games. You talk about Kobe Bryant. You talk about D. Alford. We know Mike Hughes has been around for a while, so you really don't have to count him. But the nickel corners and these second string and third string guys, see what they have. Natron Brooks. We know he had a bad game earlier this year. Let him bounce back. Let him get some confidence. And that's what these young guys need, confidence going forward. And what better way to do it than against quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield, Jacoby Brissett, who's a veteran, Matthew Stafford the next 3 games, and then, finish out the season strong against the Saints.
Right.
So the secondary outside of Jesse Bates, I would just love to see what they can do, outside. I would even love to see Xavier Watts play in the slot a little bit. I would love to see Xavier Watts get after the quarterback, blitz him a little bit. Just see what, see how far they've come from the season. So when you talk about a team like Tampa, and even though we're at where we're at, we're going to play them tough. And James Pierce, 5 sacks in 5 games, he's going to keep bringing it. So they get out the Baker Mayfield with that front 7. I want to see the cornerbacks make plays. That's all. So because if they can make plays and they can build that confidence up, whomever is the coach next year, that's going to build chemistry with these players that we have, no matter if they're here or not. If they come back, that's a good thing. If they don't, they can go somewhere else, strive, and do what they need to do. So this is, a growing period, the last quarter of the season. So the only thing that I would like to see is the cornerbacks, man. But let's get it, man. We appreciate you, my guys, always, supporting us. We definitely appreciate it. And it ain't about stomaching, man. It's about just loving what you do, man. Even though, the season is over, I'm gonna still talk Falcons, because trust me, and I've had people comment, leave messages and everything. They ready for draft season. And draft season is gonna be very exciting. And there's one person that I want y'all to look out for. Well, 2 people, and it's both linebackers. And the only reason I say that is because Kate Nutters is final year of his deal. Devon Diablo was only a 1-year deal. So we don't know who's going to come back. And CJ Allen and Anthony Hill Jr. of Texas, those are 2 linebackers that I want y'all to keep an eye on going into the draft. If we go that route in the second round. Hey, he said he want me to throw you the football, man. So you ready to get out there on the field?
Hey man, I'm ready, man. I'll run my routes. Man. Let's get out there. Hey, what we got to lose, man? What we got to lose?
Another thing I want to add with the defense, man, and I'm talking about linebackers. You talked about Bucky Irvin on offense. So I want to allude to that just a little bit more. With Rashad White, he's not playing as much as he used to. Sean Tucker, playing a little bit more than he is. But Bucky Irvin is a triple threat, man. We can see Bucky Irvin on special teams. As bad as our special team is playing, I can see Bucky Irvin, with some nice kickoff returns or punt returns or however they use him. But that's one matchup you have to look at is Devon Diablo against Bucky Irvin. That could, predict the momentum of the game. Because even though, they're down, Mike Evans Godwin has come back, but he's really not 100%. And you have to depend on what's the other wide receiver, Can't think of his name. But they're
Uh,
third and fourth receivers.
yeah.
But when you look at it, man, Bucket Irvin is the key to this offense. And if they get Mike Evans back in for a playoff run the last couple of weeks, I think they'll backdoor and get in. Because I think they play the Panthers week 18. So that could be
Right.
for the division. So Bucket
And
Irvin
check
is
this out too.
okay. Go ahead.
Another thing that the Bucks in their last 3 games, their last 5 games, they're 1-4. Their last 3 games in particular, though, they're 1-2. And one thing that's standing out in that for me is third down. There was an average of 37% on third down, including 23% versus the Aints. So that's another thing that the Aints were able to do. They was able to get off the field on third down, holding them on the offensive end to only like 300 total yards. But of
Wow.
course, yeah, man. But I look back at the Rams game, and they held that offense to 193 yards.
Yeah. The Rams shut them down. Yeah,
and
I
the only
remember.
game they won, the only game that they won was against the Cardinals, 20-17. But I mean, respectfully, it is the Cardinals. But guess what? They gave up 386 total yards to the Cardinals, but they still was able to find a way to win. Yes, but that's still a lot of yards, man. So I'm thinking,
And you
third down is going to be key. And again, being able to move
right.
the ball, continue to move the chains. This team is beat up right now, man. You may be able to catch them.
Yeah, and I hate to see it, even though they played good the last couple of years, how they played the last 3-4 weeks. Todd Bowles might be on the line, but did he sign a new contract?
You said who
I
now?
think he signed new. I think Todd Bowles signed an extension, right?
Oh, I can definitely check on that because that would
Check for
actually
that.
surprise me if that happened.
Yeah,
Uh,
D'Angelo. CJ Adley is on the small side, but we said that about N'Kobe Dean, and look what he's doing in Philadelphia. See, one thing about a linebacker, they're not measured in size, really. They're measured in heart. If they can go out there and make plays, because Sam Mills was 5'9", 5'10", Jesse Tucker was about 5'10". So I mean, look, if you got the heart to go play linebacker and you can do what you need to do to succeed, because Rowan Smith in Baltimore, he's not the biggest guy, but he goes out there and make plays. It's all about making plays, and if they can do that, hey, I think they'll be fine. Let's get it. Said
I
he
forgot
got a
he
simulation
did.
gameplay on Madden that will be uploaded on the channel tomorrow. The Thursday night game, spoiler alert, it wasn't good.
Mm-mm.
So even when you simulate,
God.
we lose.
Hey, yeah. So Todd Bowles signed a 3-year contract extension this past June. I do remember that now,
That's what I
keeping
thought.
him under
Yeah.
contract through the 2028 NFL season. Yup,
So
yup. So,
I honestly think they will be drafting Mike Evans' replacement this year. Because
hopefully it's not
he,
Bernard.
that would be ugly. I would be so pissed.
Oh
I
boy,
would
I
be
don't want to
pissed.
go against him.
I would be so pissed. But you got anything with the Falcons defense before we go to X Factors?
Hey man, again, get hands on Baker Mayfield, get him on the ground, beat him up. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, I agree 100%. Try to get your cornerback to make plays, man. Give him some confidence going forward. That's what you got to do, man. Baker Mayfield is one of those guys that can use his legs as well. So they'll probably have Caden spying him, if not trying to go after him. So the linebackers gonna be key this game, man. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. X factors. What you got?
X factors. Man. Okay, so defense. I'm going to go with Jalen Walker. Jalen Walker, he plays. He has to have his fingerprints on this game. This can be a signature game for him. When Baker starts to try to run, hey, where you going? Where you thought you're going? And also, because you're gonna have guys like Arnold Abacady out there too.
Right.
Also, you got to have some speed guys out there because Baker is going to try to scramble around and do things. But yeah, Jalen Walker being that spy, being able to kick out, being able to rush the passer as well. I think this can be a game for him. So I mean, we can go a lot of different ways, but I know I haven't really picked Jalen Walker since earlier in the season. So I'm gonna go Jalen Walker, man, and go ahead and make them dogs proud, should I say? And go out there and hey, hit some hits on Baker Mayfield or limit to what he can do, force him into some mistakes on the back end, and also I'm going to go with on the offensive end. I'm going to go with. I'm gonna go with David Stills. David Stills, you're
That's
going to
not a
have to
bad
have
one. Hey, somebody need to step up.
yeah,
That's
you're
not
going to have
bad
to
at all.
step up. I mean, you've had two touchdowns in the last 3 games. We're going to need you to help move that ball.
Had the same amount of drops too.
Yeah, yeah. So that's another thing too. You make sure I was just about to get to hold on to the ball. You got to step up this game because there's going to be no Drake London again. Kyle Pitts, he should be a focal point, but also I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucs try to limit him a little bit more in the secondary as well, as much as they possibly can, maybe double team, because again, with Drake London not being out, and I know Darnell Mooney is out there, but I mean, come on.
He's just out there. That's the problem. He just out there.
It's not. It hasn't been that same pop, and then it's not all just Mooney too. The quarterback, that arm not looking crisp. It hasn't looked crisp since it's been in Atlanta. To be honest with you, it's had good moments, but it's still has been up and down, and it's definitely on the more so of the downside now.
Right.
So that's why I didn't even pick Kirk Cousins, and another reason that I didn't pick Kyle Pitts. I feel like we've picked Kyle Pitts about 12 times this year, but at the end of the day, that's where I'm going with, man. Jalen Walker on one end, and I'm going David Stills on the other end.
I can roll with that. I can rock with that. Yeah, his quad been bothering. I'm with 6-7, man. Special teams, field position gonna be key to this game. I talked about it a little earlier. Field position gonna be key. You get a Bucs a short field, they're gonna kill you, especially with Bucky Irvin, a guy that can run and receive. You give him a short field, it's a quick strike. And like I said, Godwin is not 100%, but with the way that we've been playing on defense the last month, I don't put this past any of them. So I agree, special team gonna be one of my X factors, because to see that 100-yard kickoff return last week and to see how that changed the momentum of the game, you can't have that happen again. They'll put Bucky Irvin back there just for that, because they know exactly what he can do. So, yeah, special teams going to be key to this game.
Careful.
But on other hand, on offense, you said David Seals. I agree with that 200%. But I would like to see more Tyler Algier. I know it could be coming down to his final 4 games with the Falcons. It's possible. But I would like to see what he can do. He leads the team. He leads the team in touchdown runs. So you get inside 20, all Tyler Algier, all the way to the goal line. So I would say, run the ball, wear him down. Because as I said, with the special teams, it's going to be key to this game. So if you can have nice field position, short field, Tyler Algier is that perfect guy. And Bijan had 86 yards last week. If Tyler even gets 60 yards this week, Bijan could go well over 100. So beat him up with Tyler Algier on offense. And on special teams, please do not allow the big runs. Please win the field position battle. That's all I'm asking. If you can do that, I think that's a key to a win, because the field is short and you stand on the field chewing up clock. That's my keys to victory.
Yeah.
That's my X factor. I'm sorry.
Hey.
But let's get it. He said X factor offensively, you keep using Pitts as a mismatch, especially down the seams. Get him out in space and make plays. Back-to-back games with productive stats, keep feeding him. And he's absolutely correct, because Kyle Pitts been eating the last 3 games.
Yeah, I know what he had. I believe 5 or 6 catches the last game too. So it's, again, you got to keep.
I think he had 7 catches, 90 yards, or 9 catches, 90 yards.
It probably was 7. I know he definitely had 5, like in the third, fourth quarter, like in the third quarter. I believe he had 5 at least.
Right.
So yeah, it can probably be like 7 or so. But yeah, man. Bro, it's gonna be rough. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be rough, but we gotta try to figure out a way to get this win. Because you think about it too. I know Mark Zeno had said something on Twitter that caught my eye, and he was saying that the sense that he got from the press conference was if it's not an absolute catastrophe down the stretch, Raheem possibly could be back. And I'm just like, what more do you need outside of getting whooped in one half?
We've got blown out 3 times,
bro.
We got blown out 3 times.
But my thing is, bro, we got blown out in one half. The final score was 31-3. Forget about what happened in the first half,
bro. I had never seen that in my life, bro. Long as I've been a Falcon fan, I had never seen them give up that many points in one half,
bro. 31-3 in a span of 30 minutes.
I take that back. 49ers, late 80s. Never forget it. We lost that game 45-0. I think it was Dion's first season. We got blown out that game 45-0. I remember like it was yesterday.
But did they score?
But it's in that ballpark. They scored. It was 21 or 24 in the first half, and they ended up winning 45-0. Yeah, I remember that game.
Clint Kubiak wasn't playing in the second half. That's why I said the final score was 31-3. Like, you got blown out because that first half, yeah, it was really like your best half. You were scratching and clawing, but you wasn't able to put up points. If it was maybe like 17-6, you at least would have had some momentum and felt a little different. But 31-3 in one half.
After this, if me and you sitting there watching the TV and we seeing that the players have given up on Raheem, what make you think they want to come back and play for him next year?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be pretty much the same thing. I believe that's what happened with Dan Quinn. He let him come back. That last season he was here, he let them come back. He let Dan Quinn come back, and the players said, "Oh, we ain't going for this no more." So the very first game, 32-6. Think about that.
That's what I'm saying. Got smacked. And it would be, again, man, I'm hoping that Zeno is wrong too, Ski, because, I mean, it'll be a pimp slap, backhand to the face. I mean, what
pimp names?
We have nothing else to gain by keeping this coaching staff here. We have nothing else to gain. I'm talking about with a little arch, too. Like, it's like a slap up. You know, it's just it's just like, bro, no, you can't do it. You can't do it. You're going to have
Crazy
to.
Thing is, I think whoever they hire is going to try to convince Jeff Ulbrich and that defensive staff to stay. But offensive staff is going to be a retool. It's going to be a retool.
You got to.
So.
You got to. But, I mean, you think about it, too, at this rate, before we get to score predictions, okay. What if behind the scenes, phone calls are being made, discussions are being made, and it's getting to the point, and what if it gets to the point to where so many different conversations aren't going into, like, the Falcons' direct favor, and they have to stay pat with what they got? Because it's just like, okay.
I mean, ain't nothing you can do. You just got to bite the bullet one more season. Ain't nothing else you can do.
That'll hurt so bad. So bad.
But see, that is what we've been talking about. That's what happens when you overthink and you get too comfortable with certain things. You got to deal with the consequences, bro. Because as we've been talking about on the show and behind the scenes, we knew what we were getting into with Raheem Morris. First year offensive coordinator, first year defensive coordinator. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to see. Mm-hmm. That's all you need to see. If you see that he didn't want nobody to challenge him as an assistant coach, that lets you know he don't want to be wrong, or he's egotistical. That's why Ray McLeod is not here. That's why Ike Hilliard is not here. The writing been on the wall for a while. So no matter how you look at it, we stuck with it. And I hate you said that because I actually thought about that yesterday.
Yeah.
What if we talk to people this time and we can't get the answers we looking for? Because like I said, those candidates got to get a right answer to what they want to hear. It ain't about bringing in the right guy to turn the team around. It's about what the management and the front office want to hear. Because even though this Terry fought no last year, if Raheem comes back, that means Terry got to come back for a year.
Oh,
Raheem gets fired, more than likely Terry gets fired. So it's either or, it's a double-edged sword. And either way, you got to fall on it. And like I said, I don't mind having a first-year coach come in next year and having a losing season. But they're going to show us that they're trying. They're going to show the players going to show us that they're trying to play for that guy. If we blame this guy back and have a losing season and the players showing us, we went through this last year, what are we going to go through this for again?
It'll be a disconnect the entire year, and we probably would end up probably winning about 3 or 4 games again.
D Rich, I want to keep Terry, but the way the front office done screwed up, he got to fall out the door with the rest of them. And I hate to say that because of what he done with the salary cap, what he's done with the free agents, what he's done with some of the draft, with scouting and all that. A lot of GMs don't do that, but he does it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you'll be losing a lot, but at the same time, that's what happens. That's what happens. But let's get it said. That's his point. The players told the story. Mr. Blake cannot justify keeping Raheem, and I actually said that on Twitter the other day. For another year, because if you do, you're literally spitting in the face of your fan base in the city, and you're spitting in the face of those players that going out there playing they ass off. And even though you paying them good money, don't get me wrong, they making millions of dollars. But at the same time, they deserve respect like everybody else.
Agreed.
Nephew said he bet $100 that the Jets made the playoff before. That's bad.
That's terrible.
That is so bad. That is so bad. But let's get into these score predictions.
I'll tell you what's worse than that.
What? Go ahead.
I'll tell you what's worse than that. The fact that I don't even want to take him up on the bet. How about that? That's worse. That's worse.
Man. Woo. And the bad part about it, the reason why I would not take him up on the bet, I trust Aaron Glenn way more than I trust Raheem Morris. It's just that simple. Woo, boy.
Dang, family.
Score prediction, drop them in the comment section.
Let's do it, Chris? Score prediction? Oh, man. It's still divisional matchup, so let me hold my horse. It's still a divisional matchup. Still think it possibly could be close. Both teams dealing with injuries. Both teams, coming off a short week. So I'm going to go. 23-17. Bucks.
23-17.
Yeah. 23. I think I'm going to go 23-17. Buccaneers.
Well, I hate to disappoint you, but I think it's going to be a blowout. After seeing the second half of last week, they have nothing to fight for. They're going to go out there and play, and they're going to go out there and make plays. But I think this is going to be a blowout, man. I'm looking at 31-17 Buccaneers. And Falcon might not score that 17 point to the last drive in garbage time. It's going to be that bad. Yeah. I'm going Tampa 31-17. I think Baker has a big game, and Bucky Irvin has 140 yards from scrimmage. I mean, after looking at the second half last week, I have no confidence in this team.
Yeah.
I have no confidence in Raheem Morris.
Oh, hold on. How Shannon Sharp did? Got to point at it like, for real, bro. Man, 27-6, man. I ain't gonna
I
lie
would
to
not be
you.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but
Kirk Cousins looking old. The only thing we have is Bijan, and he the only one they throw the damn ball to most of the time. I would be surprised they only kick 2 field goals, and I hate to say that. Champ said he got 28-9. So see everybody on board with the field goals.
yeah.
Now Hewitt said Hewitt gave him a little bit more credit. He thinking like you, 28-23. But
yeah, I'm thinking 23-17.
as they played the total game last week, 6 points first half, 3 points second half. Yeah. And no Drake London. Okay.
This what I'm hoping for right there. That's that Bijan and Tyler going off against this team. That's what I'm saying. That's going to be the offense. That's why I say I like 23-17. Both guys end up with a touchdown, kick a field goal, but can't convert. Toward the end of the game, Bucks win.
And the crazy thing about it, I think these damn rookie defensive end gonna have a monster game. Even though we lose, I still think they're gonna put up a hell of a game.
And I'm really hoping that the Falcons still
right there with me, man. He right there with me, 35-10. See, we in that same ballpark.
Dang, Ski. 45-10 with a touchdown coming with the 2-minute warning left. Lord have mercy. Well,
that's true, Hewitt, but at the same time, it's a must-win game for them. And if they blow the Falcons out early, they're gonna keep piling it on until we just run the ball all fourth quarter, run the clock out.
That's what I was asking the Seahawks to do on Sunday. I said, man, y'all just want to run the ball, kneel, something? Like, goodness. And I was just like, this is brutal. I was like, this fan base that's still here.
They had to put up style points, Chris. They had to put up style points because you got to think with how tight the race is. At some point, if they had to tie with somebody, they go by points. So they got to put up the points.
Man, listen.
It was ugly. But, I couldn't blame them. Because
31 points.
Remember Bill Belichick, what he said, I remember that game when they played the Oilers and won 59-0. He said, that's what you do. You got to stop us. We're not going to stop. We get paid to play. 59-0. They should have stopped, put on the brakes at 40, 37, 40. But he said, no, you're going to have to stop it. Yeah. Ski got a quick question. I have a question. Do you think Zach Robinson will come with the mindset of last year and throw 50 times and not run the ball? I see 4 picks coming for Kurt. Wow. Ooh, boy, I don't even know what to say about that one, nephew.
I say, ooh, good luck. That's what I got to say on that one.
I don't know what to say about that one, nephew. If he throw the ball 50 times, he need to be fired. Kirk Cousins arm can't sustain that. Let's keep it real. He can't sustain it. He showed it. His arm, just like I picked at Matt Ryan by his arm, Kirk Cousins arm to turn to a chicken tender too.
Old chicken nugget.
I was surprised he threw for 500 that yard that game, nephew. I was surprised. I'm still surprised.
You think about it though, bro. Bro, think about it though. He did that. Has he even correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Kirk Cousins has thrown for over 300 yards. No, it might have been that Cowboys game. So I may have to take that back.
I think he threw 300 that Cowboys game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But 500 yards, it was like that performance.
Let's see.
It was like that Kobe Bryant 60-point game to end his career. That was all he gave, all he had in that game.
Right.
And that was it. Phillip Rivers, I'm telling you, Phillip Rivers gonna get hit one time. He going right back to the crib. Trust me when I tell you that. He going back to the crib.
It's different, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That getting hit by them grown men like that. You make you reevaluate some things.
That's just like me playing football. I'm 46 years old and going back and now getting hit by somebody 21, 22, half my age, faster, stronger, get power drive, and no, ain't no way in hell. No.
Okay, so
go ahead.
Okay, and I was about to say, okay, so after that 500-yard game, the 509 yards, Kirk Cousins threw for over 300 yards 2 more times after that. First time against the Aints, he had 306 yards, and then the last hoorah versus the Minnesota Vikings, he had 344.
Wow. And that was this year. No, that was last year.
Last year.
Yeah, last year. And we actually got blown out that game too, so most of that was garbage time yards.
For the most part, yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Trucker Mike said, congratulations to our Falcon legend, Alex Mike Vick, for being inducted to the College Football Hall of Fame. Absolutely. Congratulations to them, man. Congratulations. Facts. Congratulations.
Well deserved.
Quick shout out.
Shout outs, shout out to the fan base. Shout out to the Falcon fans, man. Continuously still being Falcons fan, even though right now we don't have the best situations. I mean, honestly, we are. I mean, I'm just really just trying to be honestly nice about the whole situation, because we already know what we really are. It's a dumpster fire. Only thing we can hope is at the end of the season changes are made. And we seriously, Smitty, man, we just gotta hope and pray, like the content creator. Let us pray.
Well,
we gotta
so defeated.
I mean, we're defeated. We're defeated, deflated, detached.
Oh boy!
What else you want?
I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I got to do this show, but I wasn't feeling it. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I mean, we played so bad last. We got told Chris this earlier today. We played so bad last week. But we got to give it to our fans, and they deserve, to hear what's going on. But the way we played last week, it was just so discouraging, man. It's like I'm out there on the field last Sunday just looking. And Chris saw it firsthand. He was standing there.
It was ugly in person. Okay.
So, yeah,
that was some of the most ugliest football I've seen in person, period.
Well, shout out to our boy, Let's Get It GA, man. He said He said he thank us for doing this, man, but it's hard, man. When you see how bad your team is, when you know you got talent, that's what hurts the most. That's what hurts the most. When you know you got a good team and they playing like garbage. That's just like you going to a restaurant, the food gonna be good, but the people that serve it got a nasty attitude, so you don't want it.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't want hey, man, I'm serious about that. If I see somebody acting like they're not enjoying doing their job,
I done it. I done got up and walked out.
I don't want that spirit, that mood, that whatever that is you got going on. I don't want you putting that in my food, and the next thing you know, I'm going off acting all crazy.
I never forget, bro. I went to IHOP 2 years ago. Lady had an attitude. I said, "You having a good day?" She said no, and we talked to her for a minute. Came back to the table, slammed our food on the table, grabbed my coat, slid out the booth, walked on out the door. The food was sitting right there on the table. I can't do that, bro. Can't do it. That's just like going to somebody's house and you're not welcome.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Exactly.
Trucker Mike said he's seen the video earlier. Question: if we lose Thursday, Raheem gone Friday morning. Yeah, you did say that, Chris. Chris said Thursday was probably too soon because of the Sunday game last week. But after Thursday's game and only 3 games left, why not?
What you saving? That's all I'm saying.
Nothing.
What you saving?
Nothing.
Exactly. So it's just at the end of the day. I mean, I'm not saying that they will do it, because we know,
but it's possible.
It's definitely possible. Especially, my thing is, if it be something like how it was Sunday, but we get smacked. Like I say, if it turns out to be like 40-9 or something like that, it's like, what else do you need to see, bro? What else do you need to see? If
they just got blown up 37-9 and didn't do nothing in the second half.
That's what I'm saying.
Ever since the second half of that Buffalo game, it's been downhill. We had Buffalo 21 and nothing at halftime. It should have been 35 to nothing. Straight downhill after that game.
That's tough, bro. That's
if
tough.
Raheem get fired Friday morning, can we see Terry out the door Friday morning too at the end of the season? I think Terry makes it to the end of the season.
Yeah, I agree.
He'll make it to the end of the season because he's the GM and he still got to oversee things for the rest of the year. That's the only reason. If it weren't for that, he'll get the can too on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
JR said we're gonna get smacked. That's the bottom line. Let's get us a shout out to Smitty and Tip. Y'all like what the R&B rude boys used to say when it's written all over your face. Hey,
you gotta say a word, bro.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, but I guarantee you what,
we still gonna be here.
When the offseason comes, we start talking about free agency in the draft. That'll pep me back up because
we'll start smiling again.
Yeah, we get a new coach and it's somebody we like. We'll be smiling again, but when he turned it back, we'll be smiling again.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Hey, it happens. Get them shout outs, man.
Hey, man. Again, like I said, shout outs to the fan base. You know what I'm saying? Also, make sure you check us out over here at A1 Forever Sports. You know, it's a platform on YouTube, but be a part of the A1 family. We'd love to have you over here. Getting closer to 4,500. You know, so I think about 7 subs away from that. So it'd be great to get over 45 and beyond. Continuously trying to grow my channel and my station. So you know how that goes. Be a part of the A1 family. Also, catch us on the Hawks Digest. Me and Walter over there, you know, growing that page. Just got over 2,900. So thank you to each and everybody that's subscribed to the Hawks Digest. Hawks on a little mini break right now. I believe they're going to be picking things back up by close to the weekend because, on the 12th, we got the Pistons.
I think it's Friday, right?
Yeah, I think the 12th, we got the Pistons, and then the 14th, we got the Sixers. And, you know, so we're going to be – by that time, we'll see what happens with Trae Young, if he'll be back. We'll see what goes on with Kristaps Porzingis. I know he's been dealing with the ailment and everything like that, but I'll be happy to really just see him go to the bench and stay there. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, he'll probably fit better there because, you know, he's not one of those guys that can keep going out 30 minutes a game. He's just not that guy anymore.
No.
Those injuries really kicked his butt. Yeah, tied at halftime, lose by four touchdowns. That's diabolical.
Bro, the final score was 31-3. Okay. Now, I know it was 37-9, but I don't even want to consider that man, that was
Screwball said Arthur asked right now who should be the next head coach. What would you say, Chris?
Would I say who would be the next head coach? I'm like, you already kind of missed that window, fam.
Right.
I'm like, you missed
Pretty
it.
Much.
I ain't gonna lie, you gotta hope and pray that somebody just becomes available and you possibly can throw a boatload of money at them. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I said what I just said. It could be a few minutes ago, it could be some type of thing to where conversations could already be going on behind the scenes about looking for a new head coach or trying to get an inside track. And if there is no inside track or the Falcons are getting answers they don't want to hear, it's like, well, dang, ain't nothing going on this year. So we may have to just roll with what we got.
Yeah, Clint Kubiak. If you ask me who I'm going to say Clint Kubiak. Me and Chris talked about it a couple weeks ago. When we put that little list up on the screen about diversity in the offense.
Yes.
Clint Kubiak would be that guy to get Bijan, London. If Pitts comes back, get it going in the right direction. And we would need Tyler Algier to come back as well.
Yes.
If he has an offense with a tight end like a Kyle Pitts or Drake London, a new number 2, or Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson, you talk about diversity, he's that guy you would need. That would be my pick. But as Chris said, the window may have floated by, who knows? But when you let 3 coaches slide by that now have playoff teams, you're looking kind of sick in the face. Just saying. Quick shout outs. shout out to the chat, man. Appreciate y'all coming through as always. Join us on Tuesday night. We only got 3 shows to go. So y'all make sure y'all tune in for the next 3 shows. And also, man, me and Chris do pop-up shows around noon. If there's a topic out there that we want to talk about. Also, stay tuned to the latest news for the Atlanta Falcons. And as I told y'all, Raheem gets fired at midnight. I'm gonna be up at 12:01. I'm gonna just mash the play button. I ain't gonna need to put no headline on the title. I'm gonna just turn on the screen and start talking. It's just gonna be that serious. But NFL draft profiles coming next month. NFL free agency starts in March, so that sounds like it's a long time away, but it's not. So there are going to be moves even before the new league year starts. Coaches getting fired, players getting contracts getting terminated. So there's going to be news all the way up to the NFL draft. But I'll try to keep y'all in touch as much as I can. Chris will too. And as he said with the Hawks Digest, with the trade deadline coming up, you already hear Anthony Davis rumors. You already hear other rumors floating around about the Hawks. But one thing they better not do is trade Jalen Johnson. They better not do
it. Man, that's not it. That shouldn't even be an option, you know. But
it better not be. But yeah, man. Been another great show. And again, thank y'all for coming through, man. We truly, truly appreciate it for y'all time and y'all comments. H.O., I see you tomorrow night, my guy. But we're gonna roll on out, man, because another tough one coming in 2 days, man. But we're gonna be there. We're gonna talk about it after the game. And if y'all want to stay tuned to that, y'all can. But until then, we're gonna holler at y'all later, man. Peace.